Welcome everybody to Ryan Knight Plays Subnautica Below Zero. I'm back to the world of Subnautica. Can't say what planet we'll be on. I don't know if it's the same planet. Some of the creatures definitely already look unique and different. So maybe it's a different planet. As some of you may know, I've already played the original Subnautica. And I'm excited to play the sequel. So excited, in fact, I couldn't wait to finish the forest before getting into it. Let's hope I haven't forgotten too much about how to play the game. And let's get into it. We'll go ahead and start a new game. I think survival's the standard mode. Oh, it looks like we are back on 4546B. While investigating the death of your sister. Okay, so we're already getting some story elements. Even just from that.
This is the farthest I can take you on company space bucks, Robin. You sure you want this? The research is in everything.
It is to me. And Sam. I need to know what happened.
The meteor storm.
I can use it for cover from Altera's eyes.
Gonna miss you, Robin.
I'll find my way back.
Approaching 45-46 feet. Surface temperatures. Drop pod deployed.
Alright then.
Welcome to 45-46 feet. Enjoy your stay.
I think that was our escape pod. Wow, there's a lot going on right now. I guess we have a name. We're Robin. We got a temperature indicator. That's a new one. I'm guessing it wants us to go to this.
Smokes! That did not go as planned. I should find a way into the water and get to the drop pod.
Well, this is definitely some interesting wildlife. And are these warming me up? Let's try going back over here, see how the cold meter adjusts. Oh, looks like we got a nutrient block that escaped our ship. Oh, we got a few things over here. I didn't want to use the flare, but it looks like we can hold it for light. Press tab to open or close PDA. Okay. This screen looks familiar. I don't know if we're currently using up our flare. Got a beacon manager for the drop pod. This was us talking to ourselves, I guess. Alright. Yeah, we're getting cold. Got some filtered water, which we can synthesize.
Blueprint synthesized.
Oh, I don't know if I'm as much of a fan of that voice. try to explore our surroundings. I guess I could put the flare away. Probably don't necessarily need it. Oh. I think they're letting me know I'm cold. So... oh no, we do have an O2 meter as well. Okay, let's test this. Yeah, apparently these warm me up. Good to know. Just gonna continue exploring around here for a moment. Nutrient block. Yeah, this thing's toast. Oh, another flare. More water, more flare. So now we have 2 meters to look out for, I guess. Oxygen and cold. Apparently a lot of stuff came out of our ship. Mostly flares, but I think the water and food will be useful. Alright. I think that's about it, though. So that's the way we want to go. Is there anything over this way? Oh, it is a different path. I guess we could have taken either path. Which means we'll have to take both. I think they combine right here. Yeah. Yeah, nothing different in either one of them. So I guess it combined to go this way. Yeah, if this is 4546B, it's definitely different than what we're used to seeing. Obviously, we should go into the water soon. Well, sooner than I'd anticipated. Oh, the water apparently is fairly warm. Got our friend the hoopfish.
New creature discovered.
Okay, so we automatically discover them by picking them up. Oh, there's our friend the bladderfish. Let's go pick up one of them. So it seems like at least the aquatic life...
New creature discovered.
Seems like at least the aquatic life is pretty similar. Oh, we learned how to make an air bladder because of it. These icebergs, though. I wonder... Ah. Hi, guys from the startup screen. You guys kind of like penguins? Penguins meet parrots? Oh, we can pick up a penguin. Oh, they attack us when we do it. Set you back down. Sorry. Wasn't trying to steal your little guy. I'm just learning. Okay. Oddly enough, we warm up while in the water. Already got some quartz right off the bat. This limestone? It is. Titanium is going to be important. Alright, before we start filling up our inventory too much. Oh, it looks like it even deployed little legs and everything.
Found the drop pod.
Logs of communications. I'm sorry about your sister. Resources, basic materials. Okay, some of this stuff's the same. Creepvine seed clusters look a little different. Ooh, ribbon plants are new. Guess that replaces acid mushrooms. Most everything else looks pretty similar. Can make a water from a bladderfish. Probably do that. Also cook our hooped fish. There we go. We'll pin standard O2 tank. Make that soon. That stuff's pretty important. As well as fins. Compass. Might as well. Probably a scanner. And a flashlight. And a survival knife. I think that's probably all we can pin for the moment. Alright. Let's go escape out of that. Eat our hoop fish. Oh, it's all the same water. Okay. Can we go over 100% food? We can.
Well, Sam, I guess I might as well gather some tools and resources before starting my search. Hope that radio tower's as easy to spot as Lil said.
We got nothing in storage. Oh, the flare does give us some cold resistance. I'm curious about lighting up the flare again. I don't think that was an option before. Yeah, just equipping it lights it up. That could be useful as a light source. I don't know if they have a durability to them. Does it say anything? No, not necessarily. Alright. Let's look at the PDA reading we got. Blueprints. I think we've got most of the stuff that I'm worried about pinned already. Let's see. Found the drop pod. We'll try to be a little bit better about reading these entries as we get them, instead of having a huge stack of them that we'll never read. So, survival. Arctic Survival Almanac. On arrival. Welcome to Adventure Mode, Xeno Worker. You have arrived in an Arctic climate. Your great expedition begins. Your XenoWorks PDA is equipped to monitor your temperature and vital signs. Since you have downloaded the Arctic Survival Almanac, it will also dispense advice from time to time. For the benefit of future adventurers, your device will also record observations and findings you make. Survival checklist. Retreat to a safe environment. Administer first aid if required. Retrieve emergency supplies if available. Survey the environment for threats and resources. Find or construct a reliable habitat. Construct necessary survival equipment using the habitat's fabricator. Locate other survivors using line of sight or the radio. And then maintain physical and psychological health until rescue. Good to know. How about the surface? Adventurers exploring the surface in cold weather climates are advised to take additional precautions. High winds can result in rapid onset of hypothermia. Keep an eye out for natural shelter or restorative hot springs. If wearing a standard issue AEP suit, bodies of water may provide safety from extreme cold. Unexpected detours occur. You never know how long you'll be away from home base. Remember to pack a lunch and a toasty hot beverage if possible. We can't say this enough. Layers. Investing in a quality cold suit is certain to pay dividends in warmth and safety. Remember, when in doubt, don't go out. Okay. So yeah, the cold is the new element. Memos and miscellany. The future of XenoWorks. From Jack Isis. Subject: the future of XenoWorks. Hey there, Xeno workers. I know there's been lots of rumors circulating, so I just want to clear some stuff up in the spirit of openness and transparency, which you know means a lot to all of us, or to us all here. First of all, no, Alterra did not buy us. We're still XenoWorks. We're not going to move offices or start having some kind of hierarchical structure, or even making you show up on site or anything like that. Although you should for the snacks alone. we're still the scrappy, agile, research-first startup you all signed on to. So what does this controlling stake stuff mean? Well, I guess the most direct way to put it is it means more. More equipment, more research, more risk. More experimentation, more of everything that makes us great. And most of all, more cash. For you and your research. And yes, snacks. Lena will be in touch pretty soon about exchanging your old gen Xenoworks PDAs for snazzy new Altera upgrades, and to help you get comfy with some really minor policy changes that are going to help us keep everything running nice and smooth going forward. So yeah, congratulations everyone, we did this together, and now we're going to be able to do so much more. Cheers, Isis Jax, Communication Specialist, Xenoworks. Okay, so it sounds like we were taken over by Altera, and they're trying to assure us that nothing bad's going to happen, but yeah, there's already changes coming forward. How about Sam? I'm sorry about your sister.
I want to offer my sincerest condolences on the passing of your sister. I got to know Sam better towards the end of my mandate with Altera on 4546B, when we were thrown together as basemates at Outpost Zero. She spoke often and fondly of you. I thought you should know, it didn't sit right with me when Altera blamed Sam's death on negligence. The Samantha Ayu I met was many things. Kind, clever, devoted to her work, but never negligent. I wish I could offer you something more substantial, but my access to information has been cut off. You may be in a better position to look into things than I am. If you're able to, Delta Station was our HQ. They were in a big hurry to leave, and there might still be information to be found there. It has a big radio tower, impossible to miss. I hope you find the answers you seek. Lillian Bench.
Okay, so that's the radio tower she was referring to. Apparently we should have listened to this as soon as it popped up, in order to make the other thing make sense. Notice of death. Dear Miss Ayu, on behalf of Zeta Landon, 4546B Robotics Section Leader, and Indra Cormac, President of Altera Transgov, I regret to inform you of the death of Samantha Ayu. She died on planet 4546B, regrettably as the result of injuries sustained in an accident arising from her own negligence. Please allow me to communicate the most profound condolences for the loss of your sister. While further details are unavailable at this time, you will receive contact from the Department of Insurance and Recuperation concerning your responsibilities as next of kin, with regards to repayment of damages and legal fees. If you have any questions, you may file that form, and your query will be addressed in sequential order. Sincerely, Emmanuel Desjardins, 4546B Communications Liaison, Altera Transgov. So yep, that's the notice that our sister, I guess, died, and we have to pay any stuff associated with it. Lame. How about Sam Message 1?
Robin, guess what? I got the job. I'm going to 4546B. Now I'll be able to improve the mechanical avian amphibian under real-world stress conditions. Listen, I know your stance on Altera, but I just hope you're happy your sis is happy. I sure hope my sis is happy. I can't wait till we talk again. Oh, I wanted to ask you something. Can you watch my Augie while I'm away? I need someone I can trust to look after my best little potato. Potato, listen. I tried, but that name is just not sticking. He's my little Oxtrabite. I'll leave the starchy tubers nicknames to you. Anyway, if you say yes, thanks, baby sis. Love you.
I just heard some noises. Still hear them. Oh, there's a storm going on. Well, that's interesting. I wasn't sure if the noises were in the recording or not, so I thought I'd get out and check it out. So this game even has some pretty intense weather as well. Alright, let's look at Sam Message 2.
4546B to Robin. Come in, Robin. Remember when we used to play old-timey Space Explorer? This is kind of like that, but it's even harder to communicate. Well, let's see. I got your last message. Alterra is not, as you put it, alterrorizing me. Things are going well. My project has a new name. Say goodbye to the mechanical avian amphibian, and hello to spy penguins. We're training the bots to mimic the creatures. Check out the photo. And I think I'm kind of seeing someone. I know it's not like me to just find a date, let alone on a mostly uninhabited water planet, but actually, you know what? Forget I said anything. Yeah, it's probably not even a real thing, but anyway, I'm sorry to hear XenoWorks might be strapped in the revenue department. Sounds like they still have you busy Xeno working, though. I know there's no way to guarantee an alien intelligence startup will succeed, but you've put so much into it. I hope they find a way to keep going. I know how much it means to you, getting to work at a small place where you have control over your research. All right, I gotta go. Later, baby sis. Love you.
Okay, so this is their spy pangling. Cool. Let's listen to the third one.
Hey, Robin. I got your Augie photo. Thanks so much for taking care of him, even though he's a cranky potato. Hey, the nickname actually fits that way. A cranky potato. I know he can be a handful, but I really appreciate it. I'm a bit worried about my other baby, the mission. One of my penguins found something big. But Alterra is just like, nothing to see here. Honestly, kinda glad you can't answer, so you can't, rub it in my face. Go ahead, bask in the fact that you were a little bit right about them. My project is on the line. My job, my safety. I heard about XenoWorks getting bought. I'm sorry. But at least you still have your job. Guess you're one of us now. Like it or not. Welcome to the Alterra family. I should probably go before I say something I regret. Love you. Keep your chin up. Eye on the alien prize.
Okay, so Alterra... Well, we already kind of had an idea that Alterra were the bad guys. Not even the bad guys, just such a, industrial complex corporation type thing that people don't even matter to them. But now it sounds like our sister found something interesting, and I have a feeling her death definitely was an accident. We'll see how this continues, though.
Hey, Robin. I'm sorry my last message was so awful. I've been under a lot of stress. I'm not sure what's going on with anything. I can't really talk about it either. Oh, and I'm definitely not dating anyone on this water planet. Don't know what I was thinking there. Have I told you how cold it is here? Get this, I can't even get my wash and go dry before the wind freezes the moisturizer in my hair. Wild, right? Well, anyway, I'm sure you're mad at me after what I said, but I could really use a friend. You're my sister. I love you. I'm sorry.
Unless she's referring to a different message. She didn't really say anything to insult us or anything to make us angry. But, yeah, she seems to still be doing alright. I'm also curious if this happens after or before the events of the first Subnautica. I mean, I would have to assume it's after because there's no Kara virus that we're aware of. Okay, let's see what the last message says.
Hey, Robin. I really need someone to know. I'm afraid something terrible is going to happen. You were completely right about Alterra, okay? You were right. I was wrong. And the cat should be called Potato. I admit it. Sorry. Bad attempt at a joke. I don't know what to do. I guess I should just come out and say it at this point. I've said this much already. We found a frozen leviathan that's infected with Kara. Alterra thinks they can use it for something. Weapons, experimental treatments, a whole range of things. But one end of the range is ugly, dangerous, but profitable, of course. What if it gets out while we're messing around with it? Or worse, what if it ends up a bioweapon in the wrong hands? I hope I'm overreacting, but I don't think I am. Anyway, message me back, please. Could really use a friend. You're my sister. I love you.
Okay, so the Kara virus is a thing. Still, can't say if this is before or after. I mean, okay, I think that's all of our, maybe tech? We'll read the tech thing in a second. But, yeah, as far as I can tell, I mean, the environment's completely different. The wildlife is pretty similar, at least under the water. But we went from like a tropical paradise to a Arctic wasteland. So, I don't know if that was a result of us completing the original Subnautica, or if this is what life was like before that. Maybe Alterra messing around with the Kara virus unleashes it and infects the whole planet. I guess only time will tell. We should also, well, we have some water we can use. And it won't be any different than the water we could make currently. So might as well use it. Let's go back and look at some of this tech stuff now. Equipment. The all-environment protection suit. You are currently wearing the AEP Mark III Beta. The latest all-environment suit is stronger, warmer, and more lightweight than ever. Onboard communications and heads-up display, biometric monitoring and feedback, slimline build for maximum freedom of movement, a 5/4 millimeter neoprene layer supports aquatic activity at nearly any temperature, rated for outdoor use at temperatures above -10 degrees Celsius. So delightfully comfortable, you'll forget it even exists. Property of XenoWorks, must be returned at termination of employment, can be purchased from the company for 1 credit, accounting reasons. Okay. Then the handheld scanner, which we haven't even made yet, but it's already on here. The essential science and survival tool. The scanner can be used to add new blueprints to memory and analyze unknown entities. It emits electromagnetic radiation in the specified direction, which is reflected by the environment and then analyzed to determine the physical makeup of the targeted object. It has 4 primary functions. Blueprint acquisition. Record the physical parameters of scan technologies to add their blueprints to the PDA databank. These blueprints may then be constructed at the appropriate fabricator. The scanner is also equipped to break down damaged and otherwise useless devices into their base metals for salvage purposes. Then organism analysis. The scanner will attempt to match scanned organisms against the onboard database. If no match is found, then the species will be assigned an easy-to-remember name, and a new databank entry will be created. Your PDA's AI will also attempt to synthesize theories on behavioral tendencies and evolutionary origins, where possible, as well as deliver assessments on how best to approach them. The Alterra Spectroscope Scanner, understanding the world so you don't have to. Okay, so it works exactly the same way as last time. Then there's the repair tool. I think it actually is the same as well. But the repair tool can be targeted at any common device, control panels, habitat modules, radios, etc., to stitch wires and seams back together at the atomic level. All good technicians keep one of these under their pillow. Most people don't care why it works, just that it saved their life that one time. But in case you're curious, it combines scanner and fabricator technologies to determine the proper specifications for the targeted object, and then rearranges the available physical material to match the original specs, Okay. Habitat installations, fabricator. Fabrication technology is the power to rearrange matter at the atomic level. It was a catalyst behind the Great Expansion, and remains the backbone of the modern world. Fabricators come in all shapes and sizes, but the most common are small enough to be wall-mounted, and are used for everything from constructing everyday implements to cooking dinner. It is common today for households to keep a store of generic base materials on hand for any eventuality. Then we got the Habitat Builder. The Altera handheld Habitat Builder has been an essential tool of xenoscientists, colonists, and emergency relief crews across 11 different transgovs for more than 50 years. Habitat modules are hermetically sealed from the outside environment, built on land, underwater, or in a vacuum. Habitats can be enhanced to become long-term homes, remote research stations, defensive outposts, and more. Then we have the Quick Start Guide. Select the basic compartment from the Builder menu and place it somewhere opportune. Add a hatch to access the compartment. Build a solar panel to power the habitat's oxygen generator. Construct useful interior modules like radios, rechargers, and storage solutions. Primary habitat systems like oxygen generation and flood control, as well as modules like the fabricator, draw power and will not function without it. Additional compartments reduce overall hull integrity depending on the external pressure. Quick build habitats, a home far, far away from home. Alright, works the same. Then we got solar panels. Solar power is the most prevalent power source in the galaxy, and so it is no accident that the standard solar panel is a default means of powering a habitat. A power source is a requirement of habitat oxygen generators and other onboard modules. Provides limited power for small outposts and survival habitats. May be mounted on or near the habitat itself, or placed remotely and connected via power transmitters. Power rate relative to sunlight exposure. Makes sense. This time it doesn't talk about a depth where it's effective, just how much sunlight it gets, which I think is the same thing. Then we got our vehicles. A mobile vehicle bay. The mobile vehicle bay is a deployable station equipped with fabrication drones, designed to construct small research and exploration vehicles from raw materials. It is a common tool in almost all industrial, scientific, and colonization operations. Okay. And then the Sea Glide. The Sea Glide is a personal transportation device designed for use in oceanic environments, capable of speeds up to 36 kilometers per hour in standing water. Displays basic topographical data for aid in charting cave systems. Replaceable battery. Keep fingers clear of the propeller. The Sea Glide. Anything that moves faster underwater is probably trying to eat you. Alright, and we are completely caught up on that for now. So, we have a goal. We have to find a radio tower. Oh, it's nighttime now. Nighttime doesn't look too bad. Oh, except it does kind of obscure how far we can see. It's not too bad. The flare on top of the water doesn't do much. It actually does a good job of lighting things up down here, though. Actually does a really good job. Probably significantly better than the flashlight.
Should be able to use this.
Oh, it's the first time finding copper ore.
All Terra supply cache nearby.
Ooh. That could be useful to go check out. Let's get some of our oxygen back. Oh, those must be the peepers. I'll grab a peeper as well.
New creature discovered.
It's an Arctic peeper. There are a few things I want to stop and do before we go too far. However, I do think getting that emergency supply cache will probably be useful. Pick up another quartz for glass. Those are the penguins. This actually doesn't tell us the depth. Oh, and we're underneath. Oh, that's something to be aware of.
Oxygen.
I wasn't able to surface because of an iceberg kind of thing. So it won't necessarily be as simple as just coming up to the water. Also, our flare did expire. And I think I hear some of the... there's quite a few things I can hear.
New blueprint synthesized.
So we can make a lubricant now. I want to get to that emergency supply cache, but I'm also worried about not being able to surface if we try to go underneath. Oh, that's new. Okay. Oh, that's the kind of stuff that we could scan. Ah, looks like we're fine. Kind of go up. That first aid kit, that could be useful. An Altair PDA. A flare. We'll pop up to get some of our water back. Or not water, but oxygen. Also, is this something we can actually grab? Like, can we already... Yep, we can have beacons already.
Use beacons to mark traverse territory. Show or hide the signals of your choice with your Xenoworks PDA. Now with surface support.
I mean, if we move this beacon, though, we should definitely make sure we have everything here. Although we can't scan anything right now. So at least look for everything to pick up.
Oxygen.
Alright, let's head back to our little outpost. We at least need a few more copper and titanium. Oh. I will use this flare just to better see what we can see. Oh, and some of the rocks now also stand out as much as these things did. So that could be a pain. It's not just flat surfaces. Make it harder to find some of the stuff. Is that a salt deposit?
Oxygen.
It is. Let's put that away so we can swim up. Yeah, we definitely need to get our tank going. I want at least one more titanium. There we go. Don't know what that guy was doing. That guy looks interesting. Think it was scared of me? Can't quite tell. Okay, let's see if we can't find another seed cluster as well before we head back. Oh, there they are. I feel like the colors in this game are even more vibrant than before. Okay. Lost track of... There we go, that's where we're trying to go. Which means I must have swam in the wrong direction at some point. Finding a couple more bladderfish would also be beneficial. And might as well pick up a boomerang as well. If I can reach it. Oh, we just got froze. Don't know what did that. Or how long it lasts. Ah, I have to tap to break it. Must have been something around here, though. Anyways, we need some food and water. Actually, we have a Arctic peeper on us as well. Just trying to get a variety of them.
New creature discovered.
It's interesting that our life pod
Oxygen.
isn't floating anymore either. Oh, got some more log entries, more stuff to read and listen to. But first, oh no, that's inventory. We want to come here. We'll make our silicone. We'll make a glass. I didn't find any ribbon plants yet, but I also don't know exactly what they look like. I think we're fine for the moment, though. Let's go ahead and cook a boomerang. And an Arctic peeper. Make water out of this guy. Make our survival knife. We also want to make our fins. Let's unpin fins. Unpin survival knife. Oh, we can make a beacon. Yeah, those are a lot cheaper than I initially realized. But we have a beacon right now, so. Okay. So from here, let's go ahead and rearrange stuff. We don't want this on our bar at all. Put the knife in slot 1 for now. Flares are light source. Beacon, we don't want on our bar yet. Oh yeah, let's eat these guys. Drink our water. Oh, we picked up a disinfected water while we're out there, I guess. Convenient. Put that away, because it gets used up. Blueprints. Lubricant's a new one. Is there anything else that popped up as new? A beacon. Okay. Air bladder wouldn't be a bad thing to make, especially because we have an extra silicone. So we'll pop that on there. I'll pop battery into here as well, just to keep an eye out for ribbon plants. But for the moment, we want to make our fiber mesh. Oh yeah, let's also keep up with this stuff. Databank. Personal log. Minerals galore.
I was a little nervous about dropping into an unknown area, but luckily, this biome seems to have an abundance of minerals I can use for tools and upgrades. I didn't want another situation like Byzantos 5. When Xenoworks dropped me off, there were barely any resources. I survived off the land for 3 months with just a knife, my lucky PDA, and some rope. I am still kind of proud of that, though.
Yeah, that sounds pretty awesome. It's interesting hearing our own character talk, first off. Even knowing who our own character is. And then recorded conversation between Samantha Ayu and Fred LeChance.
I'm telling you, Sammy, you see some weird things when you spend half your day in a sea truck.
More vandalism? Was it the sea monkeys again?
I don't think so. I can't shake the feeling this planet is cursed.
There's no such thing as a curse.
Yeah, you're probably right. That's nothing. You wouldn't want to hear about it anyway. Just a huge creature frozen in ice.
What? Where?
In a cave, not far from your lab. And here's the extra weird part. As soon as I called it in, they closed off the area. Don't want anyone going in there.
But why?
Sammy, I'm no biologist, but I think there was something wrong with it. Its skin just seemed off. Alien.
An alien on planet 4546b. No.
I'm serious, Sam. Something ain't right. Wish I could show you, but I can't get back in there.
You can't. But I might know how to.
Whatever you're thinking, we never had this conversation.
Oh no. She discovered something she shouldn't have, and they took care of the problem. That's unfortunate. Okay. Let's go make our oxygen tank. Just gotta find the creep vine again. There we go. Also, is this table coral? We don't necessarily need it yet. I just want to know for the future.
New blueprints synthesized.
Oh man. Yeah, having the little baby tanks. And this one we could pretty much just swim around with no worries. But we really do gotta find this world's version of the acid mushrooms. Now they got bullseye shrooms. Fabricator, make our fiber mesh, and then make our standard O2 tank.
Adding additional blueprints to your databank.
Cool.
The standard oxygen tank can be upgraded for deluxe and VIP breathing.
Good to know. But where is the extra tank? Doesn't show up here. That's something we're gonna want as well, probably. Not as important as last time, though, because our stuff isn't on fire. Okay, let's go ahead, look at our blueprints. There's our tank. So, pipe, floating air pump, we already knew about those. Repair tool. I guess it didn't show up here. Didn't they just say something about a new oxygen tank? The standard oxygen tank can be upgraded for deluxe and VIP breathing. Tech, equipment, air pumps. Air pumps can be used to pipe breathable air to a remote location. The base attached air pump can be built to a compatible habitat and will source oxygen directly from the habitat's oxygen generator. The floating air pump must have access to breathable air and be floating on the water surface. Pumps must be connected to a pipe chain to function. Alrighty. Not super concerned about that at the moment. Our next goal should be to find these, I think. Yep, ribbon
plants
plant.
contain electrolytic materials that can be used in energy storage.
Alright, can make 2 batteries. There's definitely some big creatures around as well. I can kind of hear them. Haven't seen them yet. Okay. Let's go ahead and make 2 batteries. Oh, we need another titanium as well. That's fine. We'll go grab one of them. But now, we'll have a flashlight. Let's actually move this to slot 2. And the flare will be more of an emergency thing. We'll put that in slot 5 for now. We actually also don't need any more batteries, so let's unpin that. Well, we don't need any for the moment. Can also unpin the flashlight. Okay, so we need... Oh, I should have pinned the scuba tank too. That's fine. Then again, the flashlight might not even be as important as it used to be. Okay, we'll go ahead and make the scanner as well now, just so I can start scanning stuff. And hopefully reading it eventually. Scanner.
All right, I have a scanner.
Tools, we'll unpin that. Also unpin our tank. Yeah, wiring kit still requires silver, so we're a little ways off from the compass at the very least. Personal log, scanning at last.
In goes the battery and titanium, out comes a scanner. Every xenobiologist's favorite tool. This planet has some fascinating flora and fauna, and I can't wait to learn about them. This will also give me access to a greater tool set. I'm assuming Altera left behind tech that I can scan for blueprints. That should make surviving and exploring out here a bit easier. Don't worry, Sam. I haven't forgotten I'm here for you. But it can't hurt to do a little research on the side, right? I know you would have done the same. I will find out what happened to you. I promise.
Also, it seems a lot more of it's voice read, which is easier for me. Obviously, the stuff we scan probably won't be, but... Oh, storage. Thought I was opening the door. Oh, and it's starting to get darker, but luckily, things aren't too dark here. We don't need the quartz yet. Let's actually pick up a couple bladderfish. Oh, we should also scan them. Oh, this is like a meteor shower now, it looks like. Maybe. No, it's more of a hail, I guess. Man, the environment in this game, or the weather, rather. It's a crazy addition, but it's kind of neat. Also slightly distracting, but not in a bad way. Okay, scan a hoopfish. Pick one up to eat real quick. Boomerang. Penguin. A penguin. No, we can't scan quartz. Pink narrowleaf. Bladderfish. We actually need a few bladderfish just for water and to make our bladder tool. Twisted mandrake. Is this shelf coral? Not quite table coral. Bullseye shroom. Alright, got a few things scanned. Let's head back to base. Get ourselves situated.
Oxygen.
Use fabricator, personal, tools, air bladder.
If you are tired of hearing the word oxygen, the air bladder provides a significant upward thrust to help you get to air faster.
Excellent. Let's make a cup of water. Make a little bit of food. Go ahead and consume said things. And let's look at some of the stuff that we just scanned. Like I said, I'll try to keep more on top of it this time, rather than letting it build up to unbelievable levels. So we got fauna, carnivores. Oh, I didn't realize the penguins and penguins were carnivores. So a penguin. Young penguins tend to huddle on dry land, awaiting their next meal. Consume almost exclusively fish regurgitated by the adults in the huddle. They stay to the center of the huddle to stay warm and out of the wind. If separated from the huddle, the adults will become agitated and begin searching for their young penguins. So please don't do this. Assessment, harmless. How about the penguins? Bird-like creatures hunt small fish below the water, huddles in packs on the ice above, consumes small prey, fish, and regurgitates them for its young. Retractable tail and claws allow for faster evasion of predators underwater, and maximum grip on the ice. Sharp teeth concealed inside the beak can tear chunks out of aggressors and prey alike. Huddles in packs on the surface for protection against the cold. Okay. And yeah, I guess that even penguins in this regard would be carnivores, because they do eat meat. But I figured it'd be more of an omnivore thing, but nah, I guess not. It's mostly fish and stuff. Makes sense. Now we got herbivores small, the bladderfish. This unusual herbivore appears to be mostly defenseless and bears little resemblance to the other life forms around it. It's got a semi-permeable platter. The bladderfish is able to filter air and seawater into its body cavity through a unique membrane which surrounds its spine like a bladder. This allows it to remove and consume organic particulate caught on the way and adjust its buoyancy. Open-ended vascular tubing. Can be angled and contracted to pump water out and achieve low-velocity, guided propulsion. Largely oblivious to threats and practically immobile at night. Its only identified defense mechanism is that it's composed almost entirely of water, air, and cartilage. Assessment, edible. Oxygen may be retrieved from the bladder and added to tanks on consumption. And then membrane has applications as a natural water filter. We got the boomerang. A herbivore encountered in large numbers, found to frequent shallow waters and move in schools. It's got serrated teeth. Suggests adaptation for grinding corals other herbivores are unable to digest. Twin fins. Unusually, this species' two fins are cartilaginous, extension of its skeleton, or a cartilaginous extension of its skeleton. Okay, cartilaginous. They are less prone to damage and provide superior propulsion, but are also harder to grow back. The bright blue tips are in fact the ends of its digestive tract, where the luminescence of the corals it consumes is most focused. Most active during daylight hours, and prone to flee on approach, the boomerang can more easily be observed at night when its luminescence gives it away and it seeks the shelter of the seabed. Assessment, edible. Then we got the hoopfish. Small school-mentality prey fish with a unique method of propulsion and a distant relative of the bladderfish. Antennae. Rather than swimming, this life form uses the fine green antennae, which encircle its body to alter the composition of the water in front of it, allowing it to sail into low-density space created. Purple-green coloration. Maybe a camouflage adaptation for mid-range light wavelengths, possibly indicating the hoopfish is more active at dawn and dusk. Behavior. While schools of hoopfish will form periodically and evade predators en masse, this behavior is more social than it is defensive, and lone hoopfish are often found hunting for food and displaying generally curious behavior. Assessment, edible. Okie dokie. Then we got flora, sea, bullseye shroom. These ones are new to me. Bullseye shrooms are harvestable fungi found growing near coral bridges. The mushrooms are noteworthy for their thick, meaty caps. These caps manage to produce a small amount of chlorophyll, which makes it capable of some photosynthesis, but the mushroom still gets most of its nutrients from dead matter in the seafloor. Assessment: harvestable and plantable. Are they edible, though? It doesn't say edible, so I don't know what we would harvest them for. Then the pink narrowleaf. This grass-like species grows in small clusters near coral bridges. Then our shelf coral, a type of stony coral commonly found growing along rocky ledges. Stony corals have hardened biocomposite exoskeletons. The coral's polyps continuously grow upward and outwards in thin layers, creating the grooved shelf appearance. Twisted mandrake. The twisted mandrake grows in temperate coral zones. Its leafy canopy photosynthesizes sunlight while providing shade to the bulbous structure underneath. There we go, all caught up. Let's see. I suppose the next thing we need for our survival, maybe the compass. Like, that's kind of a goal. But see, now that's sunlight. Oh, it's a little bit too hazy to see anything at the moment. Supposedly there's a research station. It sounds like it's above ground.
Dangerous weather approaching. Seek shelter.
Oh, this must be why it's looking kind of hazy. That's probably the dangerous weather right there. Roger that. Yeah, I think we're going to have to try to figure out a way to stay warm, too, before we can really do any overland exploration.